bajada del tren, la Washington Street.
The whole night through. With the dawn, I still go on dreaming. You're every
Right
thought,
of the captain kind of steering the ship. That's called the captain at the helm. And it is dedicated to all of the Navy men and women who have lost their lives at sea. So it's kind of pretty cool. And Navy Pier itself here, a little bit of history about it. It used to be a training place for Navy fighter pilots in World War II. The fighter pilots would get 3 days of training. The first day was classroom instruction. The second day was learning signals and controls. And the third there. That is where Santiago Calatrava's Chicago Spire is going to be built. This is supposed to be the tallest spire in all of the North America and the tallest residential only building in the world. I just got an email the other day that said they are proceeding forward with construction. I don't really believe it. No, we thought that
even when they're blue. And whether more than 24 hours in a day.
So much of the jobs are
Oh, that be spent in sweet content, dreaming away. Oh, when skies are gray, when skies are blue in the morning. All I do the whole day through is dream.
I believe it was World War I, and so she built this fountain in honor of him. And it's designed to look like one of the fountains at the Palace of Versailles, except like 100 times bigger. This is a part of town that's known as the Central Station, or the South Loop area. Prize. And it was the editor of the Chicago Tribune newspaper company who held the contest. So of course he chose, his favorite designs for their offices. And it was an architectural firm out of New York named Howell and Hood that won that building in 1925. And it's kind of cool with its flying buttresses and really gothic detailing at the top.
Make me work so we can work it out. And I promise you can't die.
And on either side you have a nice view of the river. One of our boat cruises is coming down on the right hand side. And we're going to be pulling in here to our stop number 10. This is our Michigan Magnificent Mile stop. So here we go. This is stop number 10, the Magnificent Mile stop. And they're all individually capped. And she had hundreds of volunteers in Chicago. The first city in the world to exhibit a retrospective of all of her work. And part of that retrospective, 2 weeks past, people were on the right-hand side. This part of the river famous for one of the greatest large American maritime disasters occurred. The Eastland River disaster. What happens is this company that wanted to take out their employees and their families on a day trip on this boat called the Eastland. Well, the Eastland wasn't exactly up to code. It had this concrete dome that sat above water level. Just off the Titanic, we were crazy about lifeboats, loaded with lifeboats on top, so all this weight. So everyone got inside the Eastland, they went underneath, got off their bags, they went up top, so everybody ran to one side to wave off to everyone. Well, the boat started to tilt to one side, so everyone ran again. But fortunately, not too many lives were lost at all.
I know that we can be so amazing, and being in your life is gonna change me. And now I can't see
a female-led architectural company. So his name is Jean Gang. I think she did an awesome job. I think Excalibur is the place to go. Now, when I moved here, I thought they had built it to look like something that should be called the Excalibur. Actually, this is an original building. Initially, it was a morgue, and later an insane asylum. So the story goes there's about 5 very different ghosts that haunt the Excalibur. It would haunt any of these places or just travel around the River North area. Thanks for riding with me. Because for the most part, glass. And before, buildings were all concrete, steel, and brick. And his idea is he wanted to do like this curtain wall, he calls curtain wall of glass. And if you look down at this building on the right, it's one of his buildings as well. Look at the tile.
Or there's a surrounding other city in the world. And one of the reasons for that is because
it's an outdoor pavilion, which is meant to have the sound quality of an indoor pavilion. Over on your left, this building is Public Library of the City of Chicago. Is not actually a library any longer. What happened was we had this enormous fire in 1871. And Queen Victoria took pity on us, and they took all these poor Chicagoans. They lost all their books. I must send them 8,000 of mine. What she did it at a loss of $13 million to the Kennedy family. And one of the kids. This moment, you have a look and you'll see that the arcade, that's the area between the columns and the front doors, might look familiar. That's from The Dark Knight, the film The Dark Knight. Or no, Batman Begins. And the best point of view to see Chase Tower from is from the side. I'm actually going to drive by it so you can see it. It looks really neat. Okay, once their headquarters was there for a while, it's now since moved. Department store.
Chicago all the way south down to New Orleans. So you can hop on a train down south and make your way all the way up here.
Sort of the Rat Pack, you know, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, they all hung out down there. And it's still very popular. You can find, you know, many college bars, really nice lounges, martini bars, really nice place. I want to go somewhere tonight. Over on your left and on your right, you're both East Vanderbilt buildings. A couple of out from before, you look at the lobby. It was a gift to the city of Chicago, even though Chicago never spent any time. Chicago never spent any time in Chicago. And what he did, he sent us basically a 2-foot tall model of that structure. He gave it to pieces, and he said, all right, put it together yourself. Thanks, Paulo, for the gift. Going to get over here, right?
Almost completed with construction. They did finally put the spire on the top of it about a month ago. And then to the right building with the clock tower on the top of it, and that's the Wrigley building. That's the home of the Wrigley Chewing Gum Company. That's where they have their corporate headquarters. Now, Mr. William Wrigley,
that's not depth perception, it's actually what the building is doing. And by doing that, rather than having the entire building held up by like an internal skeleton and it's all the weights on the ground, the walls are actually leaning up against each other, holding each other up. And the X's on the sides of the building, they're not just a little decoration, they're actually helping to keep the walls falling onto each other to hold each other up. We're staying on the coast of Lake Michigan. Obviously turned around, saw the city and said, I'm not done here. And he came back and he just did all this amazing stuff with design and architecture. It's really incredible. I definitely recommend it.